Taking your mind off a person, or the person that you're in a relationship with, and thinking of someone else.
Pretty much anything verbal, pretty much any like physical contact whatsoever, really.
I suppose it's anything you're doing behind someone else's back.
If they don't know about it,
anything you're having to hide is not right, is it?
No.
I think even if you have to lie about something that you've done, that might even just be sending a bit of a saucy text message, is cheating in my eyes.
Meeting somebody else, you know, without the other person knowing, then other stuff, I guess, really.
Me thinking that everything's fine and dandy, or you're not cheating, and you go off and do it. Like there's because you can't
just say the relationship was going good.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the specific person, if someone feels if someone feels comfortable when you texting another woman, depending on the content.
You as a person know when you're crossing the boundary or not.
You fully do.
Is there intent in what you're saying?
With the modern
or is
youth,
it just being?
It's about like now people are sending pictures of their genitals and stuff. That creeps me out.
I think it's wrong. I don't understand why people would be in a relationship and then cheat on someone that they're meant to love.
It is wrong. What's the point? If you love and trust someone, then they should always love and trust you always, not.
Got to say,
why would you cheat?
Our backgrounds of like my mum has been cheated on twice, so I'm not a very high respecter of it. I got to be honest, but
no.
I suppose I'm quite old-fashioned, really. I'm quite a loyal person. It's not something that I've ever thought of doing. Well, I suppose I've thought of doing it, but I don't think it's right, really.
No, I don't agree with it because of the impact it has on the other people, but the impact it then has on your life forevermore, really.
I don't like it.
Neither do I.
I don't like it.
We're faithful men here.
But I get it. Before I used to think it's black and white. I was like, no, you're the worst if you cheat. However,
circumstances.
I can not saying that I could do it myself, but I do believe there is circumstances where it's not okay. But I can't be like, no, you're the worst person.
No.
Not that I know of.
No, that's true actually. How would you know?
Ask her.
Not that I'm aware of. I'd hope not.
Possibly many years ago when I was a teenager, and you know what it's like with girlfriends when you're a teenager. But I should imagine I have been then. But as an adult, I don't think I have been really.
Yes, I have. Yes, yeah, twice actually.
No.
I'm not actually too sure. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not
unless I don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
No.
Never.
One little kiss once, alright?
That was just one time.
And I felt so guilty that I phoned her up the next day and told her about it.
After crying in the club as well. Yeah, he did.
So I felt awful.
No, I've never done it to anybody.
Actually, it's something I've never done.
Well, I personally would never cheat.
No. Well, I'm really good here. Shit.
It depends on your definition of cheating, innit?
I did once when I was quite young, when I was 18. It was a bad decision to make, but you know when you're growing up and you don't really know what's going on, that happens.
It would break my heart, and then if the person that I'm with loves someone else, I can't really do anything about it, but just say, hey, you love someone else, you can be with them or whatever, and just let it be.
What if it wasn't a matter of them loving the person?
Then I'd be like, fuck you, and then just leave, and then treat myself to like a McDonald's or something.
Dump straight away. That's it. I'm sorry, but I'll dump him straight away.
I would be angry.
Not a chance.
I would be very angry.
You would be angry, upset. What's the point?
I would probably have to be a little bit forgiving as well. Depends how far it went.
That one time. Yeah.
I think I'd probably initially be really angry and scream and shout a bit, but I think I would probably just cut the person off altogether. I mean, to be honest, even if I'd been with someone for a really long time, I just think that, to me, that's a little bit worse, because you know that person so well and you've built up a long relationship of trust and love and everything. I think that would be even worse. I would just have to cut them out, but that's me personally.
I think I'd be really shocked, really, and I'd be quite hurt, let down.
I was married for 25 years, and after 20 years, and I'd already had 3 children, and after 20 years, my husband at the time acted a bit, I was just a bit suspicious of him. I don't know why. And one day when he was out for a run, I just for some reason, I don't know why, and I can't tell you to this day, but I went to his bag that he took to work, and he worked in London, and I found some tablets in there. And I knew he wasn't on medication, and so I Googled what they were, and it said treatment for chlamydia. And that's how I found out. Obviously, you know what I'm going to say next. I then had chlamydia, and I had to be treated for it, and I confronted him. And cut a long story short, I forgave him and took him back, because I had 3 children, because it destroys everything, and I was told he didn't really want me to tell people, and that was always very hard. And in the intermittent time of those following 5 years, up to the 25 years of marriage, I never really trusted him. And a leopard doesn't change his spots, and he did it again. And this time he went off with that person, and he actually married them 18 months later, less than that, after leaving me, of which he didn't tell his 3 children or me, that he wouldn't need to tell me, but he didn't even tell his children. So it's very sad.
I have this pistol.
Distraught. I'll be absolutely distraught. I couldn't think of a worse thing in life.
I don't know. It's never happened to me.
Exactly.
But my go-to response, preferably, would be like, okay, because I'd rather find out that I've been cheated on, rather than living this lie that thinking me and her are good and we're safe and everything's happy. Really and truly, the reason why she don't want sex is because she's just had some. It's like I'd rather be distraught and heartbroken and moving on than stuck and being lied to.
I reckon I'll call my dad and get him to look for a wife for me. Just be like, nah, this is it, man.
This is it.
No. I wouldn't bother salvaging it whatsoever. There's no point. The boundary's gone, that's it. Trust is gone, that's it.
Unless you're at the start of a relationship and you can fix it.
No.
But if it's long term, then no.
It's been a few years now, so no.
I think some people can, because some people have got the ability to forgive easier, or that maybe they need more time. I might be able to over time, I don't know, but I just don't think, with how I know I am as a person, I don't think I would be able to do it. But I do know couples that are very close to me that have. So yeah, I think it is possible.
Possibly, if all parties are in agreement, but it's very difficult then, isn't it? Because once that's happened, all the trust, the trust aspect has gone really. So I'm not sure myself really whether it can be salvaged. It depends on the type of cheating, because I suppose there's different types of cheating, and it could be an impulsive, drunken thing or whatever, but or it could be kind of more planned and stuff like that really.
It's very difficult. I think it's very hard because marriage is based a lot on trust, and especially these days when you do work away from home, a lot of men do work away, well not just men, but a lot of the partners do work away from home. I think you have to trust your partner or your husband, because I think once that breaks down, it's a very risky business. And I didn't really trust him, and it eats away at you.
Nah, no way.
Never.
Personally, no. Cheating happens when the relationship, there's obviously something wrong going on with the relationship. There's no way you can be in a happy relationship and cheat, in my opinion.
If you want to be in this relationship, you show interest in this relationship. When you want out, you start showing interest in other relationships. That's where the cheating happens.
Exactly.
So if you want to cheat, clearly you want a new relationship, so that's where you're gonna go. You can't cheat and then go back to what you already had to try to resalvage it, because that's what you should have did in the beginning instead of going to cheat.
I mean, legally and financially, probably yes, but cheating is still cheating whether you're in a marriage or it's still bad.
Well,
Cheating's
no,
cheating.
in general, no, not at all, no. Marriage, all right, you signed something for it, saying I've never been cheating you, that's fine.
It ain't
No, but
worse.
it's not. It's
so
not.
someone who's been married 50 years is no worse than someone who's been together 50 years. Cheating's
No,
cheating.
no, it's cheating,
You're
that's
still
it, yeah.
breaking someone's life, aren't you? You know, messing it up. So
I'm not sure you could say whether it's easier or worse for anybody, depending on what their status is, whether it's just a relationship or they're engaged or they're married.
I think the consequences are worse, particularly if there's children involved and stuff like that. But it can be just as hurtful if you're young. You know, you might be young and in love for the first time, and it can be devastating, can't it? Absolutely devastating. But when you're older and married, and if there's children involved and all that, it can be, you know, worse really. So more complicated, and so I think the hurtfulness. I don't think it matters what, you know, but certainly if you're married, there's huge complications there.
Not just in a family situation, it's not just the husband and wife it impacts, it's the children as well.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Because
that's a commitment he made.
You know what I mean?
That was death do us apart.
Like you've had.
Oh, she, come on.
Oh, death. Yeah.
No.
Did I say he?
Yeah.
He, she. That's quite misogynistic. I am sorry.
Like you had your chance to cheat.
Glad you apologise.
In the flirting part of the relationship. Now you're Sorry, I'm sorry. And now in the fuck you then. Now you're in the marriage part of the relationship. You really should have thought about all of that beforehand. You should have.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you're committed to it, it is. Yeah.
He's getting married this year, so he said the right words.
I think for some people it is. I think nowadays not so much. For the younger generation, I'm 31. For me and my friends, for sure. I think for people my brother's age who are in their early 20s, I don't really know. I don't think so.
I think it's realistic. I'm not sure. I think as human beings, we naturally kind of want that, I think, I suppose. But, you know, it's not always possible.
It is realistic.
However, it's not universal.
Love that.
Go for it. If they're both willing to have someone else in the relationship, then it is what it is.
No, that's
it's not for me.
Once you're married, that's it.
If everyone, but if
it's
people,
it's not like America where they have, that's fine. We get married the second time, my third wife.
If both people are consenting adults and they both know what they're getting into, and then it's their choice.
No.
You know.
No, never.
I don't agree with people having more than one spouse, because I just think marriage is supposed to be a one-on-one thing, and it's traditional, and I think that's how it should be. I don't frown upon other people's religions. You know, there are some religions that you can have multiple wives, and that's completely up to them. I would never say that's wrong and what I do is right. But again, I know of people that are in open relationships, and that's what works for them. And if that's what works for them, then good on them. But I couldn't do it personally, but it does work for some people. So
yeah, I've thought about that. But no, that's never going to work certainly in our society. I don't think in England, and it's not the acceptable thing. I think the acceptable thing is to be, in one person really.
Yeah, man, we're down for that. Which is fair. Yeah, it depends on the open-mindedness of specific individuals.
I'm from an Islamic background. Whilst I drink my beer.
I mean,
but
he's
we're
not single,
full
but he's got
wives,
enough
as far as I'm
space
concerned.
for like another 3.
As far as I'm concerned,
wives.
Four wives is an okay thing.
To me, it doesn't matter about gender. It's just if you cheat, you cheat. Doesn't matter about sex, age, religion, race. Cheating is cheating.
We meant to have these two, Bob. You're joking, no. I'm sorry, Jen.
I think men are more likely to cheat.
Yeah, definitely. It's too much temptation, isn't it? So it would never happen.
I don't think you can answer that. I mean, I think instantly a lot of women would go men. I think that this is going to sound really bad, I think women are a lot better at lying and hiding things than men. So men probably get found out more than women do, so you assume that men are worse. They're rubbish at cheating, not that they should be doing it in the first place, they're rubbish at it because they can never lie properly, whereas women can hide it a lot better, so I think that's probably why.
Difficult, because it's difficult to answer that question, because obviously all my friends, like I played football for many years and rugby and stuff like that, and being in the company of lots of men, you would say, well, men are more likely to cheat, you know? But then again, I've had experience of friends who've been cheated on by their partners, wives, girlfriends, or whatever. So I don't think you can say it's either a man or a woman. I think it's, I think it's chances of a man or a woman cheating.
Well, personally, I think it's men, because I know this sounds very sexist, and I know it doesn't happen in all families, but the woman often looks after the children and is at home, and it's more difficult for her to cheat. And even if she's working as well, she's often the one that's dealing with the children, whereas the man, I do think, has more freedom. And I think men, possibly from my experiences, want perhaps different things from relationships. You know, I think sex is a big thing for men. I mean, it is obviously for women too, but I think for men it's probably a priority.
Men.
Yeah.
Why?
We're horrible assholes.
Because we're the chasers.
It's true.
We're genuinely the chasers.
We have to put in the work.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's because you have to chase the cheat. You can't just stand there and cheat.
Straight up, you can't sugarcoat if you cheated, because that would be just wrong on that person. You're breaking that other person's heart that loves you, so just be blunt.
Phone them up when they're on holiday and say, I'm really sorry.
Does email count?
No texting,
MSN,
man up
back in the day.
and do it.
Sorry,
And if you
babes.
can't do it face to face, you best be doing it over the phone. Yeah.
Face to face is best, but
Can't be ready for that slap to come in.
backhand.
It would eat me alive if I'd done it. I mean, in the first place, I never would have done it, because I suffer with guilt anyway about stuff. I feel terrible about things. If I ever do anything to upset anybody, I feel really guilty. So number one is I wouldn't do it in the first place, but if it did happen, I just have to be honest and then just take the consequences. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. If it had happened where someone had cheated on me, what would I prefer? Would I prefer a text? No. Would you prefer a phone call? No. You'd prefer someone to come and tell you face to face, so I'd probably do that for somebody else.
I think about cheating is that it would be important to talk about things before it got to that stage, really. If I was going to be left, she's sitting over there, if I was going to be left, I would at least want some idea that she wasn't happy or things weren't going really well. I think to suddenly say out of the blue is quite hard, really, and I don't think that's fair.
The relationship ended. As I said that, I was like, there was no much point in the relationship. That's why I think if you're cheating, you don't want in a no relationship. You can't tell someone you cheated and then expect everything to be hunky-dory.
Yeah, you have to end it. I'd be like, look.
It has to.
I would move to
I would genuinely be as frank as, be like, look.
It has to be blunt.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No.
But you're not doing it in private neither. You have to take her to somewhere public, so she can't make that much of a scene, and that you can get up and go too.
I would move to Zimbabwe and write a small letter and then tie it to a pigeon and then send it.
And then whisper in the pigeon's ear.
Yeah, just say this. It'll be fine.
He's sorry.
And live my life in Zimbabwe.